What's up, 180 Fit? Today we are going to talk about ways you can actually boost your metabolism. Who does not want to boost their metabolism, right? Burn more calories, all those kind of things. My name's Jen, Black, your Met, holistic environment coaching from a place of stuck to authentic thriving in every area of your life. So what is metabolism? Some people think metabolism is kind of organ or body part that influences digestion. Actually, the metabolism isn't a body part. Metabolism is the process of transforming food, e.g., like nutrients, into fuel, okay? So nutrients to fuel. So the body uses the energy to conduct a vast array of essential functions that we have. In fact, the ability to even listen to this right now is driven by your metabolism. So if you have no metabolism, you wouldn't be able to even move. In fact, long before you realize that you couldn't move a finger or lift a foot, your internal process would have stopped. Because the basics of building blocks of life, circulating blood, transforming oxygen into carbon dioxide, expelling potential lethal wastes through the kidneys, and so on, all of these are dependent upon metabolism. Although we think of our metabolism as a single function, it's really a catch-all term for countless functions that are taking place inside the body. So every second of every minute of every day, of your life, numerous chemical conversions are taking place through metabolism or metabolic functions in a certain light. The metabolism has been referred to as a harmonizing process that manages to achieve two critical bodily functions that seem to be at odds with each other. And so let's dig into what those are. Anabolism and catabolism, right? So our bodies are continually creating more cells to replace dead, dysfunctional cells. For example, let's say I cut my finger, okay? My body starts the process of creating skin cells to clot the blood and start the healing process instantly. The creation process is a metabolic response and is called anabolism. On the other hand, though, there is the exact opposite activity taking place in other parts of the body. Instead of building cells and tissue, the body is breaking down energy so the body can function. For example, as we exercise, our body temperature rises and our heartbeat increases. As this happens, our body requires more oxygen. So our breathing increases. If your body couldn't adjust to the enhanced requirement of the oxygen, we would actually collapse. And all this requires additional energy. Okay, so presuming that you aren't, overdoing it, your body will begin converting food into energy in a metabolic process called catabolism. Your metabolism is a, constant process that works in two seemingly opposite ways. Anabolism uses energy to create cells. Catabolism breaks down energy to create energy. The metabolism is a harmonizer. It brings together two seamlessly opposite functions, and does so in an optimal way that enables the body to really create the cells that are needed and to break them down again as needed. So metabolism, this is a fabulous thing. Like metabolism, we should be really thankful for our metabolism, shouldn't we? So let's talk about metabolism and weight loss calories, okay? So calories, all they are, they're simple units of measure. Not actual things, okay? They are labels like, inch, which really isn't anything, but it measures the distance between 2 points. So what do calories measure? Energy. Your body creates energy from the foods you eat, whether it's healthy foods or not. It creates energy from fruits and vegetables. It's the same process they use to create energy from chocolate bars and candy. While you know it's better for your body to get energy from fruit and vegetables, your body doesn't evaluate the food. It creates energy from whatever you feed it. It sounds strange, but the body really doesn't care. To the body, energy is energy. It takes whatever it gets and doesn't really know that some foods are healthier than others. It's kind of like a garbage disposal. It takes whatever you put down it, whether it should go down there or not. So let's apply this to the body and to weight gain. Now I know you're like, Jen, when the body receives a calorie, okay, it has to do something with it, okay, with that energy. If a carrot delivers 100 calories to the body, it has to accept those 100 calories. The same goes for 200 calories from a chocolate bar and candy. The body does one of two things to that energy. It either metabolizes it, okay, via anabolism, or it metabolizes it via cannibalism. So that is, it will either convert the energy, the calories, into cells and tissues. It will use the energy to break down cells. When there is an excess of energy, and the body can't use the energy to deal with any needs at that time, it will be forced to create cells with that extra energy. It has to. It doesn't necessarily want to, but after figuring out that the energy can't be used to do anything, so just help you exercise or digest some food, it has to turn into cells through anabolism. And those extra cells, yep, you guessed it, added weight. There's the issue. In a nutshell, so the whole calorie metabolism weight gain thing is really just about excess energy. When there's too many calories in the body, they are transformed into fat. Sometimes those extra calories are transformed into muscle. In fact, muscle requires calories to maintain their mass. So people with really strong muscles or muscle tone burn calories while they're actually doing nothing. That's why we say you want muscle. You want to have some muscle on you because it's going to help you lose weight, keep the weight off. Their metabolism burns the extra energy for them. This is the primary reason why exercising and building lean muscle is a part of an overall program to boost your metabolism. The more lean muscle one has, the more places excess calories can go before they turn into fat. Okay, a final word though here about fat. There's a nasty rumor floating around that fat cells are permanent. Unfortunately, the rumor is true. Most experts agree that once a fat cell has been created, they're permanent. But this doesn't spell doom and gloom for those of us who could stand to drop a few pounds. Even though experts believe that the fat cells are permanent, they also agree that fat cells can be shrunk. So even if the number of fat cells in your body remains the same, their size, appearance, and percentage of your overall weight can be reduced. Okay, so what are my tips, techniques, and strategies for boosting your metabolism? This is why you're watching this, right? Chances are you tried to boost your metabolism at least once in your life. Perhaps you weren't quite certain what metabolism was, or you didn't know how to accomplish your goals. And maybe you started a rigorous exercise program of jogging and muscle toning, and once you started eating, like several small portions a day, rather than 3 large traditional meal-sized portions. Maybe you start taking all kinds of supplements that promise to boost your metabolism. The thing is, truth, all of these methods can work, okay? Exercising, eating strategically, ensuring your body has metabolism-friendly supplements are 3 of the many general good weight loss ideas. So then what's the problem? The problem is many of us have had no real scientific understanding of what, how, and why these methods boost metabolism. For example, a person may start a vigorous exercise program, include significant aerobic cardiovascular movements such as jogging and cycling. After a week, that person may notice a drop in weight. But is this due to the boosted metabolism? Maybe, but maybe not. Could it be due to water loss through perspiration that hasn't been adequately replenished? Maybe or maybe not. Many people risk their health because they don't quite understand the tips, strategies, and techniques of boosting metabolism. The proper and widely respected internet publication, One Village, highlights 11 key ways to speed up metabolism. So to most easily introduce and discuss them, I've taken the 11 key ideas and broken them into 3 broad categories. 1 is exercise, 2 is lifestyle, and 3 is diet. So as we look at these key points, you surely note that there is some overlap between them. For example, it's hard to imagine that introducing exercise into your life isn't a lifestyle choice. It is, right? Don't get bogged down in the categories. They are merely provided just to help organize these points. And for me, it's easier to break things down to the 3 rather than like the 11. Because I can focus on 3 things in my life. It's harder for me to focus on 11. Really understand each of the key points and evaluate how you can responsibly include them into your life. So let's set the first one up, exercise. Exercise is a big part of boosting your metabolism and burning calories. Unless you're born with one of those unusually active metabolisms, which allows you to eat thousands of calories a day without gaining weight. Like the vast majority of us who need to give our metabolism a bit of a kick in the booty, right? Cardiovascular exercise is an important part of boosting our metabolism and increasing our heart rate. So blood circulation, body temperature, and oxygen intake, carbon dioxide exchange all send messages to our metabolic system to initiate catabolism, so breaking down the cells and using them as energy. Okay, so of course we want to get the cardiovascular, we want to be moving, we want to have the, some good heart rate going up. And then secondly, like building muscle. Many people, especially women, are very leery about an exercise regimen that can lead to muscle building. It's awesome for you ladies. There is a perception that muscle building leads to muscle bulking, okay? And before long, they look like a bodybuilder is the perceived connotation. Now, this has changed a little bit over the years, but there's still people I talk to really worried about this. So, provided the woman isn't supplementing their workouts with specific muscle building supplements, there's no need to be concerned because building a lean muscle won't make you bulk. But why worry about building muscle in the first place? Because a pound of muscle burns more calories than a pound of fat. So if the more muscle you have on you, the more calories you burn. You don't even have to do anything. You simply burn the calories, which is fabulous. Because the muscle requires more energy. And so the key, get that. Ladies, don't be scared of those weights. But if you build muscle and then you leave it without exercise, what's going to happen? Over time, the muscle fibers weaken and you'll lose that wonderful calorie burning factory. So just keep at it. Interval training, guys, that's my thing. I'm all about interval training. The basic weight loss principle behind exercise is, catabolism. Essentially, if you can engineer your body to require more energy, your body will comply of breaking down the cells to deliver it. And the process of metabolism, right, burns calories. So based on that logic, interval training fits into this overall plan. Interval training is simply, you guys, adding high energy burning compound to your exercise plan on an infrequent or interval basis. For example, if you do semi-workouts, you'll notice I do this all the time. If you can jog for 20 minutes every other day, you're boosting metabolism, burning calories and energy. But you can actually burn disproportionately more calories if during that 20-minute jog, you add 30-second and 1-minute sprints. Why? Okay? Because during this 30-second and 1 minute, you give your body a bit of a jolt. Say, not an unhealthy jolt, but enough that your body has to turn things up a notch. And to compensate for your extra energy requirements, the body will burn more calories. Interval training only works when it's at intervals, though. The metabolism boosting benefits you enjoy as a result of interval training are primarily due to the fact that your body suddenly needs to find more energy. Okay? So, while, I think that, if we look at it, your body's pretty much like chugging along, right? Supplying your energy needs during your cardiovascular duress. And then all of a sudden, it needs to grab some more for 30 seconds because it's going, turbo speed or a minute. And that period, it will boost your metabolism even further. If you decide to do an extent for 30 seconds or a minute sprint into your 20-minute sprint, into your 20-minute workout, you simply wouldn't experience all of the benefits. So if you just do like one, well, if you extend it beyond that, you're not going to get the benefits because we want that dip, okay? Your body would use more energy if you extended yourself to the higher range of your aerobic training, but your body won't necessarily get that jolt that only comes from interval training. So remember, your goal with interval training is to give your body a healthy jolt where it suddenly says to itself, whoa, we need to make more energy fast. The person has increased their heart rate from 130 to 190 beats per minute. Let's go see if there's any available cells, like those fat cells down by the waist, and break them down via metabolism so the person can get the energy they need. That was my fat, the cells, that was my, there you go, that was my fat burning voice. Interval training can last longer than 30 seconds or a minute. Some experts suggest that you can use interval training to do 30 or 40 minutes, depending upon your state of health and your overall exercise regimen looks like. The reason we're really focusing on 30 to 1 minute is something to give you a clear understanding of interval training and kind of like a mini training within a training program. I think 30 and 1 minute are great. I do this several times throughout your workout. They're awesome. You can watch my works. Do some with me. You'll notice it. As always, don't overdo it with interval training. Your goal here is to become healthier, stronger, and lose weight. In that process, you gain nothing if you run so fast, work so hard during the interval training that you hurt yourself. You will actually undermine your own health and possibly have to stop exercising with some torn muscles or other ailments. So, heed to the warning there. Variety. There are a few ways to add variety to your workout program. So, in addition to like our interval training, break up longer routines into small parts. For example, instead of coming to to do one hour workouts a day, you can split into 2 30-minute workouts a day, or even 3 20-minute workouts a day. You can also work an additional exercise into your daily routine by doing things like taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Sorry. Starting your day with a brisk walk instead of coffee, and the newspaper instead of parking close to the entrance, park further away. All of these tips provide, to metabolism boosting benefits. First, they can make exercise more fun. Why it's important to have an exercise routine. You don't want to have a boring one, because then your chances of stopping it are that much greater. So adding these elements to your overall exercise commitment simply helps encourage you with a stick-with-it program. And who doesn't want to stick with the program? Remember, I'm all about doable, sustainable, right, practical, lasting. And so really remember that just this simple commitment, it encourages us to stick with our program. And since exercising is a core part of boosting your metabolism, any technique or tip that helps you continue to exercise over the long term is a wise piece of advice. The second important benefit of variety is your exercise program leads us back to the interval training concept that we just discussed. So when you add a variety to your workout, your body cannot get into the groove. Remember, the body is a remarkable piece of work and will always strive to do things more efficiently. Naturally, over the state of one's health, which can be influenced by genetics and other factors outside of your control, will play a role on how it efficiently runs your body. So regardless of how your body is put together, if it wants to do things efficiently as it possibly can. So when you start exercising, your body develops an expectation of energy output. Not doing this to be lazy, it's doing it because you need to be efficient. If your body starts to predict that you need a certain amount of energy to complete a 20-minute jog, but then you jog for 2 minutes followed by 2 minutes walking, 1 minute sprinting, your body may require a great deal more energy to help you achieve this. As a result, you may find yourself very out of breath or tired as your body strives to meet this increased demand. Naturally, cannibalism will be involved and your body will metabolize, and body's metabolism may be like a month or so, your body will simply become more efficient. So it becomes stronger and you'll be able to supply your energy needs much more efficiently. So your health has improved, right? And your body has to work less to provide you with energy, your energy needs. Ironically, this can actually obscure your metabolism boosting efforts. So because we want your body to start the catabolism process, but if your body is efficiently working out, it will dig into those reserves or fat cells in order to provide you with the energy you need. So the trick, here we go, drum roll please, the number one trick is to keep a variety in your workouts. Many people choose to cross-train. It targets different types of muscle groups. Anybody finding a groove wherever it is, help by, so if it targets different muscle groups, right, but it keeps your body from finding a groove, which thereby is tied to your slow down and your metabolism. Remember, your body doesn't read books like this, okay? Doesn't listen to videos like this. It doesn't need to, and it doesn't care. It has no clue that a speedier metabolism is good or bad. Okay, next, number 2, lifestyle. Balancing work, family, hobbies, and other commitments often means that our lifestyle isn't so much a choice as it is a necessity. But we can do little things that can help speed up metabolism. Get on the wagon. Do you know people who carefully choose low-fat, low-calorie meal choices are very disciplined when it comes to resisting the chef's special pecan pie for dessert, yet order a glass of wine or two with a meal? These people are undermining their efforts to boost their metabolism. Studies show that drinking alcohol with meals actually encourages overeating, which means more calories that need to be burned away from or transformed to fat. Many people are simply unaware that the many alcoholic drinks are laden with calories, almost as much sugary as sugary soft drinks. A bottle of beer or a cocktail is a few hundred calories, while wine is less, but this still adds up your calorie count. So the tip here isn't to stop drinking alcohol. Remember, I'm not about cutting anything out, but be aware that it's adding to your calorie intake and maybe limited to special times during the week. Sleep. Most of us don't have as much control over the amount of sleep as we should. So work, family, education, housekeeping, and many other tasks can literally prevent us from getting the amount of sleep that we need. Experts tell us getting enough sleep actually improves metabolism. And I'm someone I could do better at this one. My hand is raised on this one. So people who are continually sleep deprived typically find they have less energy due to the regular daily activities. So as a result, what happens, sleep deprived people often lower their metabolism. They simply don't have the strength to break down the food efficiently, particularly carbohydrates, okay? So this is a very difficult issue because many people can only find time to exercise by borrowing from their rest time. It's not a good way, right? So for example, after a long day of work and dealing with family and home commitments, a person may find the only time that they have to exercise is late at night. So what should you do? Glad you asked, because I think I might have a solution for you. Okay? Ultimately, it's a question of balance. Naturally, if you're willing to exercise, and your doctor agrees it's good for you and healthy, then you're not going to get fit by sleeping instead of exercising, okay? Yet, you steal time away from your sleep in order to exercise. You can actually do more harm than good because of the following day, you won't have enough energy to digest what you eat. And the answer to this is a catch-22 lies in balance. You don't have to work out every night. Perhaps you can integrate a workout into your life during the day. Maybe at lunchtime. Look for opportunities, or right after work, or right in the morning. Most fitness clubs open up very early. We have no home workouts. Follow YouTube channel. Join my live classes in the mornings. I have lots of early mornings. So, there's some even open, gyms that have been open 24 hours. So, you can easily find fitness equipment for your home workout there. If you find you have a trouble sleeping, this can be negatively affect the speed of your metabolism because you won't have enough energy the following day. So insomnia and other sleep disorders are very common problems. Some non-medical tips to help you fall asleep. And these are kind of the ones that I recommend. Don't eat late. Try drinking warm milk before bedtime. Don't turn on the TV at night at all. Try yoga or other stress practices. That's why most nights I go live on YouTube at 9 o'clock, 9 or 9:30, do a yoga class so that we can calm down. It works for me. Try having a warm bath before bedtime. Don't exercise close to bedtime. Your body can become too energized, and that doesn't make you want to sleep. I know that. Like, it's hard. I cannot work out too late. I cannot sleep at all. Relax. I briefly noted yoga. There's things to do above. And that brings me to another influence of your metabolism. Stress. Especially stress can send unwanted signals to your body. Signals that lead to slower metabolism. Essentially, when the body is under constant stress, it releases stress hormones, right, that flood the system. And these stress hormones actually tell the body to create larger fat cells of course, where you want, the stomach area, the last place you want it. The result can be both increased weight and slow metabolism. Some easy stress relievers that are to walk more, listen to relaxing music, meditate, practice yoga, eat non-stimulating foods such as no caffeine, no sugar, and so on. Recenter yourself and de-stress, the grounding, okay? So there's a link between how much stress you experience and your ability to break down cells and actually lose the weight. Maybe some of you your reason why you're not losing weight is maybe you have too much stress in your life. If you don't want to relax because you don't have the time, your stressed out life is probably playing a role in your weight gain or your inability to lose weight, period. Okay, ladies only for this next one. Scientists have determined that the 2-week period prior to your menstruation, is premium fat burning time. Australian studies have shown that the women were able to burn off as much as 30% more fat in the 2 weeks preceding their period. At that time, the female body's production of estrogen and I forgot what the word was. Progesterone, I think it's what it is. Are at their highest. Okay, so since these hormones tell the body to use fat as a source of energy, exercising during this time can really pay off. The body will be inclined to target fat cells, okay, for catabolism. And women don't hate calories, okay? The word calorie has a bad rap. We constantly come across calorie-reduced foods, low-calorie foods. The calories that come from cake or empty calories, which means there is no real nutritional value that your body can squeeze out and make the use of. But the bigger picture is it's unwise for your metabolism to become a calorie avoidant. So if you suddenly decrease the amount of calories that you eat, your body will try to do more with less. It won't necessarily provoke catabolism, and thus it will reduce weight and fat cells. Instead, your body will try to keep you alive, slowing down your metabolism. It goes into survival mode. Remember, a long time ago, what happened? Wintertime, when they didn't have as much food, so they would have to store fat, okay? Our bodies are used to that. So, it'd be something, simply believe that something is wrong. Maybe you're trapped somewhere without food, and it will just begin, to become very stingy with your energy. So what's the end result? Your body needs 2,000 calories a day to survive, and you suddenly give it only 1,000. It will begin to burn off 1,000 calories worth of cells that you have lying around on your love handles. Instead, your body will slow down its metabolism, and it will really try and get as much energy out of those 1,000 calories as it can because it doesn't want to waste anything. You'll feel more tired because your body it's just not dealing with your energy-wise, right? It's trying to reserve everything. And it will devote its 1,000-calorie ration to the essentials of the system, like blood and oxygen supply, metabolism. You won't be able to burn off any extra calories, in fact. And you can actually gain weight by dramatically reducing your calorie intake. It goes into what we call that starvation mode. The flip side of this, though, is you should consume a daily calorie intake that's proportionate to your body size, type, and weight loss goals. Once you determine that amount of calories that you need, you can provide what your body is via the healthy, effective calories. For example, your body needs 1,500 calories per day, and one slice of double fudge chocolate cake delivers 500 of those. You can say that eating one slice will take up about a full 1/3 of your daily caloric needs, and that's not good. On the other hand, you can see that drinking a tasty fruit smoothie made with yogurt and nuts can deliver half as many calories, but provide you with essential ingredients, vitamins, and other elements that your body needs to make it to be healthy to do its work. Eat more. Fresh on the heels of the discussion of calories, it's also helpful to note that eating frequently throughout the day can be a very good way of boosting your metabolism. There's lots of different studies. There's lots of different things out there, like intermittent fasting, eat more meals. There's a couple reasons for this one to work. The first reason is people who tend to eat throughout the day do considerably less snacking. As a result, they tend to avoid those like potato chips or candy bars they might otherwise consume when they suddenly feel hungry. People who eat throughout the day don't tend to experience severe hunger pains because they have a steady stream of food, entering the body. And the second reason, by eating throughout the day, you are constantly keeping your metabolism in motion. It's kind of like having, a generator run all the time. It will use more energy than if powered on only maybe 3 times a day. So, like I said, it really depends a lot on your blood type, on your body. There's a lot of individuality that goes into your diet and nutrition. So reach out to me. It's in the show notes. Whenever you come up with a custom diet plan, meal plan, geared towards your body based on your needs, based on your blood type, based on your lifestyle, all those kind of things. So the best thing I can tell you to do is to keep a food journal, okay? If you keep a food journal, that's going to be huge because you're going to be able to see where most of your calories are coming from. You should know the calorie levels are of what you eat and the overall nutritional values too. Merely focusing on calories is only half the job though. You need to ensure that you are getting enough protein, carbohydrates, unsaturated fats, and other vitamins and minerals your body needs in order to function at an optimal level. So, some tips here that have helped a lot of people out is eat early. Breakfast is they say it's the most important day for boosting metabolism and assisting with weight loss. People who eat breakfast are much less likely to incline to snack throughout the morning is why. Of course, if you're eating more frequently, you can still eat something between breakfast and lunch. And studies show that metabolism slows down during sleep and doesn't typically get going in until you actually eat. Therefore, starting the day with something like breakfast kickstarts your metabolism. You actually burn more calories throughout the day simply by eating breakfast. So remember, as you eat your breakfast, control both the portions and the contents. You don't want to eat to the point of complete fullness because you want to eat throughout the day. And you won't be able to do that if you're all stuffed, right? At the same time, beware of high-fat breakfast. Studies have shown high-fat breakfasts such as those that include, bacon, sausage, not only deliver lots of calories, but they also make you very hungry again very soon. In addition to having ingested a lot of fat and calories at that point, you typically find yourself rather just hungry again in a few hours. Alternative breakfasts are larger in fiber, take longer to digest, and thus the body won't be hungry again for a while. So this is something to bear in mind, and it may explain why many people who eat breakfast find themselves painfully hungry by lunchtime. If, it's not that their overactive metabolism is at work, it's the high fat content in which they have, which has to be swiftly digested in all honesty. All right, protein and carbs. So studies have shown that having a proper amount of protein in your system can actually increase the speed of your metabolism. It requires more energy than many other foods. The more time it takes your body to actually break down the protein, the more calories that it uses. So different people will require different amounts of protein on a daily basis, so I can't give you a blanket amount. But those who exercise and build muscle will typically need more than those and then the average amount of those to just sit around. So the food guide's just around 50 grams of protein a day for a reasonably active adult. Keep in mind that some sources of protein are also a source of fat. Fast food burgers may deliver up 20 grams of protein, but they also deliver a great deal of fat, which makes them almost nutritionally worthless. So ensure your source of protein comes from lean protein. Typically protein from stuff such as fish and chicken and those things are really lean, right? So if you're a vegetarian, like I am, simply looking for non-meat lean protein alternatives such as low-fat cheese, beans, yogurt, all good sources. I love, the 0% for Greek yogurt is great for this. Simply check the food labels and determine the best source of proteins. That is, make sure they're lean, not fatty, right? Carbohydrates. So when the body digests carbohydrates, it requires a spike in insulin, okay? When the insulin is released into the system, it promotes the storage of fat. And some experts believe it also pushes down metabolic speed. The good kind of carbohydrates here, though, to consume are those that are high in fiber and those from fruit, vegetable sources. These sources of carbohydrates don't score high enough on the glycemic index, so they don't cause a spike in insulin levels, and therefore they don't promote fat storage, okay? The thing that you don't need carbohydrates is a myth. You know a lot more about metabolism now, right? How to increase metabolic speed than most people. You've learned that metabolism is a process and not an actual body part. It harmonizes two essential body functions, converting food to cells, tissues, and breaking cells down to provide that energy. We learned that the former process is known as anabolism and the later is catabolism. Indeed, it is the later that process that influences our ability to lose weight and to keep it from gaining back again. And going beyond biological basis, we also learned the three integrated aspects of speeding up metabolism, losing weight, exercise, lifestyle, and diet. And within these three categories, there were a total of about 11 important practical and easy ways to boost your metabolism. Now it's time for action. The next step to boost your metabolism is up to you, okay? This is when knowledge is only powerful if we actually put it into action. So for you to enjoy your better and healthier life. So a final word. I want to go over a few myths, okay? This is your bonus. Common metabolism boosting myths is happening right now. Okay, so these are the four most prevalent myths concerning metabolism boosting that I have come across in my time of training and coaching people. It's interesting to see how certain ones have always been there. They kind of come around a little bit differently. So these are useful for you to know. I know they're myths. And, if you come across that way, if you come across them in a magazine, fitness club, or just on a well-intentioned misguided advice from a friend, or even some trainers can give you misguided advice, you can at least confidently say, or at least just think, sorry, that's a myth. I'm not going to fall for that one. So myth number 1, diet pills. All right, so the general consensus of diet pills are contained in 2 powerful words: buyer beware. The problem here is that many makers of diet pills offer claims that are simply unrealistic. And if you don't read the entire fine print, most of these advertisements you see are really too good to be true. Little notes like claims made in the advertisements are not typical. Should be enough of a wake-up call to realize that there is more to the story. In some cases, diet pills can help boost metabolism temporarily. This, however, can be risky and generally shouldn't be done without a doctor say so. Unfortunately, I used to be someone who would run to diet pills. Like this, I used to think it was going to be solve-all. Unfortunately, people can become somewhat addicted to diet pills, and this can lead to disaster. Okay, and before we go on to myth 2, remember that some diet pills are water loss pills, that they are diuretics. They promote water loss, usually through excess, urination. The jury on water loss diet pills is somewhat less open-minded than diet pills in general. They don't work, is pretty much what they say. Seriously, water loss diet pills are built on the premise that you lose weight through water. And yes, that's true. If you urinate like 15 times a day, you're physically going to lose weight. But that's not weight loss. That's merely unhealthy temporary weight loss. And it will come roaring right on back the minute the water stores up and you're replenished, right? Because we have to, and normally then you walk around dehydrated, which is a whole nother health issue. Okay, even harder to possibly comprehend is a person taking these water pills. Water pills fails to restore the body fluids. Then they lead to that dehydration, which can cause and has led to coma and death. If that doesn't scare you enough, I don't know will. Myth number 2, drop caloric intake. As we discussed earlier, but it's so important, it deserves an encore here. Trying to lose weight by drastically cutting down your calories doesn't work, okay? In fact, it's so unhealthy, okay? I've done this too. These myths have probably been part of my life too. So these things to remember is that the body's ability to lose weight is not controlled by the calories. Calories are the input, right? The real control mechanism is that famous concept that you become very familiar with after this, metabolism. Calories are merely units of energy. It's how your body deals with that energy determines whether weight is gained or lost. So with that being said, cutting down your caloric intake to say 1,000 calories a day is not necessarily going to help you lose weight, because what will happen? It doesn't necessarily change your metabolism. Indeed, as you know, if you slow down your caloric intake, your body, which is always trying to help you in the best way that it knows, will slow down its metabolism, thinking that something is wrong. Really, it makes sense. The body says that something has gone wrong. Instead of 2,000 calories it needs, it's only getting 1,000. The body does not know why this is, right? It doesn't know that you want to lose weight. It has no clue. It just senses that something is wrong. Perhaps you're trapped in a cave. Think way back. That could have happened a long time ago, okay? I mean, there's a snowstorm. Okay, so the body is just trying to help you. You slow down its metabolism. It will do its best to slow it down to conserve as much as it possibly can, so you have as much energy on hand as possible. Now, if your body was able to read, right, maybe, or read your mind, or maybe even listen to this, it might know. But it doesn't know. Okay? All it knows is 1,000 fewer calories a day for a while. Okay? But the body doesn't work by the way that we do. It doesn't know our plan. So it won't help you to lose weight if you dramatically cut down on the calories. It will slow down your metabolism. And here's the worst part. If and when you ever increase your calories again, your body will have to deal with that via slower metabolic engine. So you can actually gain weight after cutting down on all those calories for a period of time. You'll find that you consume extra calories, say, while on vacation somewhere. And what happens? That's right. You gained a lot more weight than you ever expected. Myth 3, low-intensity workouts. It's fair to say that any exercise is better than no exercise. So if you lead a sedentary lifestyle, even walking around the block for 10 minutes a day is going to do something, okay? Positive for your body. So keep that in mind, and metabolism. True, that difference may be, maybe it's not something, okay. The bottom line is that exercise is good. Yet with that being said, some people believe that they should perform low-intensity workouts even when they could be performing more high-intensity workouts. That is, instead of jogging for 20 minutes with their heart rate at the top of their zone, they offer low-intensity jogs that barely break a sweat. Low-intensity workouts have their place, okay? But they simply don't lead to a faster metabolism. They can't. Remember, as we discussed very early on, metabolism is a process. And that process is really one of two types. Taking energy and making cells, anabolism, or breaking down cells and making energy, catabolism. If you don't achieve a high intensity workout, your body can't tap into that ability to achieve that catabolism, right? It won't need to. And the only way your body is going to do so is to break down existing cells if it needs to. So keep this in mind when you exercise, either at home or in the gym. Low intensity workouts are better than nothing at all, and they may be the only option, okay? If you're recovering from an injury or something, or just starting out, like, that's fine. But keep in mind, like, when you can push yourself, do so. When you reach, basic level of fitness, then go for those high intensity workouts. They will make a difference, and you can do them. I have tons on my channel, like 20-minute workouts, 30-minute workouts. High intensity workouts force your body to find the energy to help you maintain that level of exercise, and it does so through that catabolism. All right, last one, myth number 4. Too much focus, speeding up your metabolism, and achieving your weight loss goals involved a certain degree of focus. After all, there is a lot of things competing for your attention, including that delicious chef's special pecan pie or something. And you certainly need to be able to keep your eye on the goal in order to maintain your program. Okay, so here, listen to me loud. Like, you do need to keep your eye on the phone. Sometimes too much focus can be a bad thing. I'm all about doable, sustainable, lasting. Like, we have to enjoy life. And sometimes I understand this. All too well, remember, your metabolism is a holistic effort that includes exercise, lifestyle, and diet changes. Focusing on only one of these at the expense of the others, especially one or both, can be detrimental. In fact, in some cases, it can be counterproductive. So the myth here is that you shouldn't go all out and focus on becoming an exercise guru and then move on to lifestyle and then to diet. You have to integrate all 3 aspects into your life at the same time. True, based on your unique situation, you will likely emphasize one more than the others, okay? That's fine and normal, but it's a myth, a mistake to ignore any one of these things. It takes all 3 to speed up your metabolism and to get you on your weight loss goals for the long term, which is what we all want. We want lasting, sustainable, doable, don't we? All right, there you have it, your bonus 4 myths. If you are someone who would like me to set you up on a custom plan to personal train you, set up a nutrition plan for you, to lead you down some life coaching to help you figure out why you have these patterns, hold you accountable, or if you just simply want your free 60-minute empowerment coaching call, make sure you check the show notes. There's plenty of information there on how to do that. Thank you for watching today. I hope this helped you. I hope this is giving you some practical things to do. I hate going to a training and not getting anything out of it. So in the show notes as well, I have turned this into a publication. So if you would like to buy the actual publication that goes along with this, you are more than welcome to go click the link and snag it at a special discount price for being a part of this training. As always, reach out to me with any questions. I love to answer your questions. I'm truly here for you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so whenever I bring out new tips, new things, you are alerted and you can benefit from them and really join me on this path to live a fit lifestyle. It's a journey. We appreciate the journey because the journey is the destination ultimately. All right, be brave, be kind, live authentically, and always shine. Share this with someone you know needs it. And in the comments, would you please let me know what's the first thing that you're going to do? I told you this, take action. So what's the first thing you're going to do? How are you going to put this into action? What's your first step? All right, and just maybe, if there's enough of you, I'll put you guys all in a drawing and I will pull a name for a free 8 weeks with me. So comment, be held accountable. You got this. I'm proud of you. If you listen to this, that means you're ready for that change. You're ready to take in charge of your health. You've got this. It's possible. And I'm here to cheer you on the entire way. All right, until next time, you all.